Hey there, y'all. Wanted to come out with a quick video here for the afternoon. A quick IPO update. We had ticker RR that was scheduled to debut tomorrow, and it has been rescheduled. And I kind of figured that it would be, just because they simply don't have all the filings in yet, and it kind of would have surprised me if they had. But I've been surprised before. Um, Now, I think it's been rescheduled for the 13th or the 14th, something like that. And uh, we'll be waiting for it. This week there's really only one other IPO. That's scheduled. I do believe it's scheduled for Wednesday, the 8th. So the offering's supposed to close tomorrow. With this one, it's GVH, ticker GVH, Globevent Holdings is the name of the company. Um, and they've pushed this one back, multiple times. And as far as I can see, there's just been one issue, one filing holding it up. And people can't seem to do their jobs in government and get it going. Um, Typical government workers not doing their jobs. And we pay them for that crap. Anyway, I do have a $3,000 pre-order in for it. I have been looking forward to this one. It does have Hong Kong ties, um, and it's one of those ones that it's not the greatest IPO, but it's not the worst either. And if you pay attention to what's been going on lately, anyway, you look at all the decent IPOs that were available, and they kind of didn't do shit. And you look at all the trash, and it performed really, really well. And not only did it perform well, but tickers like GMM and MSS and a couple few others not only blew up on day one and went skyrocketing, but they held their gains. They didn't just drop back down to a measly, $2-3 a share, like most of them do. They just tank. So this is kind of, we're getting signals here, people. Shit's right in front of your face. Uh, you know, you look at the rest of the market, and it's kind of ridiculous. Um, Especially when you look at the top gainers, for the morning. It's like, oh, well, this one went up, 100%, 200%, 300%, and it traded on, 200,000 shares for volume. So, that's just risky ass trading. And I wouldn't be touching anything in the market right now. And, other than those exceptions, where you see these ones that are going up big on low volume, super high risk getting into them, and the remainder of them that are doing anything at all, if they're moving up 20, 30, 40%, are, ones that are being pumped by other YouTubers. And it actually really pisses me off because a lot of them are just paid advertisements, and they won't say so in their videos, but they'll, put a link in the description or whatever and just expect people to see it. Like most people go and read descriptions in videos. You know what I mean? So, um, I'm not going to mention any names, but, y'all know who you are. And, I'm unsubscribed from all those people. As soon as I see a paid advertisement, it's like, I'm out. See you later. That's not what trading's about. That's not what, any of it's about. But yet they're getting, 10, 15,000, 20,000, for a fucking paid advertisement. Pisses me off. Uh, anyway, yeah, you wouldn't catch me doing any of that crap ever. It's just like you're there for yourself, bud, and not anybody that's watching your videos. Period. Unfortunately, these people have massive followings, and it's just ridiculous. And a lot of them are just, they're frauds, and they know that they're frauds, but they're never called out on it. Anyway, back to the point. You notice all these IPOs that are, doing well, holding their gains on day one. Well, this is just a prelude, in my opinion. Basically, I've been kind of saying it for a while that we're going to see a lot of, runners in the market start disappearing, and then IPOs are going to start becoming really hot. And it's not like we're just going to go from, everything in the market's crap, but yet we have IPOs that are going from $4 to $50 or $100, on day 1, 2, and 3. That's not how it works. Things have to heat up and transition. So, right now, if you're paying attention to what's happening, okay, you have all these IPOs that are, and garbage IPOs on top of that are blowing up on day 1 and then holding their value when nothing else is. Okay, well, that's kind of a big flag up in the air right there, waving, hey, you better be paying attention to what's going on. And I certainly am, and that's why I'm going to be playing a lot of these IPOs, including the garbage ones. And I'm not talking about any of these secondary listings. All those are crap. I wouldn't put any money on a secondary listing. That all it is another money grab, and I won't have any part of those. Um, but these are things that you need to be watching for, paying attention for. Look at the bigger picture. Don't just see what's right in front of your face, and then just because that's about all people see is what's right in front of their face nowadays, and they don't take a look at the bigger scope. I'm looking at months down the road always, and that's probably why I'm more successful than most other people. And that's just how it is. If you want to be successful, you'll start looking more to the future, and who's collaborating with who's doing what, and then make decisions from there. You might make wrong decisions. Who fucking cares? We all make wrong decisions. You know what I mean? Like, that's the only way you're going to learn. So and you're not going to learn by listening to some dumbass on YouTube, and that might include me. But I do feel like I have more sound advice to give to people than some of those other YouTubers do. And there's only a couple that I pay attention to anymore, or even bother watching. Just because they're not frauds. So anyway, I'm not gonna list any names or anything, but y'all know who's if any of you other channels watch this, and you know what I'm talking about. You know which side you're on. So anyhow, I think I'm gonna leave it there. Probably hit the river for a little bit, do some gold panning for the day, and see what I can find. Just get out of the house in general for a little bit. Y'all have the rest of a good afternoon.